Yo, what is up guys? Gonna share today in this video. We're gonna be talking about Gaara. We're gonna be talking about his new kits or new cards basically. We got 4 copies of his ultimate today in the morning. If you have missed that stream, make sure to find a link in the description. It's gonna be only a video about the bulls. You don't have to watch the full stream to get to the bulls. It's only a video about the bulls, and there's at the end a small showcase. You can just skip it. You can just watch this full kit showcase. It's gonna be enough. So what we're going to be doing here in this video is that we are going to be talking about my new 4 stack cards that I pulled for Gaara, and I'm probably going to be using on other characters that are not Gaara because this ultimate sucks. Even though it's very interesting, actually we're going to be talking about how interesting it is at the end of the video. First of all, we're going to be starting and start talking about the 2 new jutsus, and yeah. The ultimate, by the way, is very, very interesting. It has a lot of posts. It's actually one of a kind. This is probably the first time, like, there's a lot of things that were not there for any other ultimate before. This is probably the first ultimate to have these things, and you're gonna be, like, amazed of what it does. Even though, at the end of the day, it's not really that great. It's not worth the Shinobites in general. If you came here just for this, so this is your answer. So we're gonna start with my favorite jutsu, the Shell of the Sand, one of the most useless 4-star cards or very rare cards in the game. So what it does is that it surrounds Gaara with the Shell of Sand to protect him against attacks. It doesn't specify anything like which attacks, but yeah, it does protect him from every single attack except for the ultimate attacks, which makes it so useless. Because what it does is that it surrounds you with this sand ball and you are stuck there for like 5 seconds. You can't do anything, you cannot attack, you cannot throw anything from there. You are just there chilling, sleeping. Nobody knows what he's doing inside there. Okay, but yeah, you get the point. He's there for 5 seconds and then the cooldown is 8 seconds, so you can use it again after 3 seconds. It's very slow to use, so like if you know this, if we compare it to Sun of Protection, the Sun of Protection saves you of course from ultimates because it has a full iframe. This one doesn't. It only saves you from attacks that come from outside. Alright, so okay, I totally forgot what I was, I forgot that I was recording here. Anyway, okay, I should probably go to sleep, but yeah, we're gonna be talking about the second jutsu right now. It's the Shukaku's bike. Bike. Never mind. I'm gonna be calling it a spear because in my native language we don't have B's, and I mean we have 1 B, and so I cannot tell the difference between the two, and it's gonna be very weird to just say Shukaku's bike here. Like, it feels like he stole. It feels like he stole the Shukaku's bike. Anyway, oh my god, I feel sorry for laughing at this. Anyway, what he does is that he throws a sand spear in front of him. It goes in a straight line. It doesn't stop until it hits a wall, and anything in that line gets damaged. The full power at max level is 8,000. The critical rate is 45% at max level, and the cooldown is 5 seconds. And yeah, of course the power doesn't mean anything because it depends on your attack and the defense of the enemies. So with this attack, even though, like, look at his strength or his power, he's almost at A rank. It's not even at 10,000 attack yet. But yeah, when I go against someone who has, or an enemy that has 12,000 or 13,000, that spear basically only does like maximum of 1,600 even with critical rates. So yeah, it's pretty, I don't know, I just think the 2 new jutsus are pretty useless. They actually came in some kind of negative way. If you think about this Shell of Sand, what you do here is that you lock yourself inside a pole that any enemy can just walk right next to you and use his ultimate to kill you. It's just doesn't make any sense. Some people have theories for this because some people say that it has, like, the ball has some kind of a limit of HP, and when the ultimate is used it kills the ball first and then the rest of the damage goes through to you. But I tested it and it does the same damage with or without the shell. So it's basically goes through the wall 100%. All of the damage goes right towards you. Okay, yeah, but for all other attacks, it can save you from all other attacks, regular attacks, other ninjutsus, and I could tell you that in these 5 seconds, this shell does not get destroyed at all except for ultimates, with ultimates. So yeah, let's go ahead and showcase these two, and then we're gonna be talking about the ultimates. The talk about the ultimate is gonna be very long because it's very interesting. So we're gonna wait for him because this is something very exceptional. This is the first ultimate to be ever used as a ninjutsu. So as you can see, he used his ultimate as a ninjutsu. It doesn't have to go under 40% to use his ultimate. But yeah, there you go. He is inside the shell that did not save him from ultimate. So as you can see, it does not save you from ultimates. It's really annoying. So what he did right here is that the ultimate destroyed the ball and then went right through it to kill Gaara. It did the full damage. You might have seen that it did like half the damage that I normally do. It's because he had the resistance from his ultimate. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about all the resistance and the defense post after we finish talking about these. Okay, so we are gonna change this to Itachi, and we are gonna test using Gaara this time. We're gonna test the spear first, or Shukaku's bike. So it's a very thin line, and it kills again everything on its way. I mean, it damages everything on its way. It doesn't have to kill them, but yeah. It also knocks back the enemy. Okay, he was using his jutsu, so that's why it was not knocked back. But there you go. Alright, so there you go. He does not get any kind of damage during the ball, and somehow, or for some reason, Itachi gets confused when I use it. He just... okay, he's still attacking it. Like, he doesn't attack it. Like, he waits until you come back out of it to attack it. Same thing for the ultimate, by the way. Okay, never mind. I clicked on the wrong thing. But even if I clicked here, it would have been too late. Because this is one more thing that I hate about this shell. It's not instant as for example, the Sun of Protection. If, for example, like, you know, when you go through a lot of paper bombs and they start popping and you use your Sun of Protection and bam, you save yourself from all the damage you get from paper bombs. But if you use this, it takes like a millisecond before you actually get surrounded with the shell, and by the time you actually get the shell on you, you get the damage from all the damage from paper bombs. So it's very annoying and useless. He just waits there until I come out. It's just weird. So maybe they changed that, but I believe when I tested it like 2 hours ago, it wasn't like that. Like, he would use his ultimate on the wall, on the ball, like as if there's no problem. So yeah. Yep. Okay, we got this one more time because apparently it's not working anymore. Like, the enemies don't use their ultimate on you, they wait until you come out of it, which doesn't really make a difference here. Like, it's still useless. Like, I want you to use your ultimate to waste it on the bull or the shell, that should be saving me from your ultimate. Come on, use your ultimate. Dude! You've gotta be kidding me. Okay. One last time. Okay, I didn't even get to use it. So there you go. I don't know how to show it to you anymore. I already have shown it to you from Itachi's perspective. So if you use Itachi against him and he is inside the ball, you can just use your ultimate and kill him even though he is inside the ball or the shell. Sorry. So yeah. Gonna be moving this as well. Is it still there? Okay, there it is. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing here is that we're gonna be testing the range, whether the spear goes through the wall or not, and then I'm gonna show you how late or how slow the shell goes over you when there's paper bombs on the way. So there we go. So as you can see, the paper bomb already gave me the damage before I actually went inside the shell. See, I cannot go any throw faster than that. So yeah, it's not just, it doesn't just let the ultimates go inside, it's very slow to actually save you. So there you go. And you cannot go anywhere, you cannot even attack with anything. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do here is the spear. The spear, even though it looks like it does go through wall, it doesn't. So there you go. Doesn't get anything from behind the walls. And that's the two new jutsus. Alright, now let's talk about the ultimates. So the ultimate, the Sky Sand defensive wall, as it says here, it raises the defense, effect is massive, and normal and inhalation resistance of allies on the same floor. So it raises the defense and then the resistance from nature of normal and inhalation type attacks for all the allies on the same floor. We're gonna start with the cooldown. We're gonna be saying quick facts and then we're gonna be proving or testing all these facts in the fortress in action. Okay, so we're starting off with the cooldown. The cooldown at level 1 is 60 seconds. With max abilities it's 50 seconds. Actually it's 49 point something, but yeah, it's 50 seconds. We're gonna just say 50 seconds. The animation of the ultimate is 3 seconds. So when you use the ultimate, you have 3 seconds animation, and then after the animation you get the post of the defense and the resistance. And you have only 15 seconds of the defense, so that you get the defense post is something, and the resistance is a whole other thing. The defense is given to you for 15 seconds and all the allies, of course, and the resistance is there for 40 seconds. So 40 seconds. Yeah, and then you have the cooldown for level 1 is 50 seconds. So, and then the animation is 3 seconds. So if we talk about the resistance, you can have the resistance 24/7. You can have the resistance all the time if you have your ultimate at max level, because this ultimate is just like the ultimates we had in the last couple of times. Sarutobi's third Hokage, for example, with every level you go up with your ultimate, your cooldown goes down 1 second. So you lose 7 seconds at max level, which is level 8, which is the perfect thing for you to have resistance all the time. So again, 50 seconds at level 1, 3 seconds delay of the animations, then 40 seconds of the resistance boost, and then there's 7 seconds missing. You can get these done by getting the ultimate to level 8. Of course, it's not worth it. You can just wait these 7 seconds inside your shell or whatever, and yeah. This is the first thing that we wanted to talk about, the cooldown. The second thing is the numbers of the defense and the normal and annihilation resistance of the natures. So the defense effect gives you 125% defense. It's kind of similar to Shikamaru's ultimate. So it doesn't give you 100% like Shikamaru does. It gives you more. It's actually between 120% to 125%. I couldn't get it exactly because all I did was actually get a lot of attacks, and then I just got the average of them, and then this is how I got my calculations. So it's 120 to 125% defense post. Again, it's for 15 seconds, only the first 15 seconds after you use the ultimate. Then we have the normal and inhalation resistance. So normal attacks are the ones from regular attacks, just regular attacks. Only regular attacks are the normal attacks that do damage. Other jutsus that that are normal type don't do any damage, okay, just to let you know. The annihilation jutsus, however, there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of ultimates. Actually, most of the ultimates, like the popular ultimates, are annihilation types, like Itachi version 1, Itachi version 2, Sasuke version 2, Sarutobi. So the main characters that you mostly use in the attack mission, they are resisted, and the resistance here is 50%. So for example, if the ultimate does 30,000 in normally it does 30,000 damage to you. With this ultimate on you, it will resist 50% of that attack, the damage. So you're gonna get only 15%, 15,000 damage from that ultimate. And we're gonna showcase that right now in the fortress or in action. So yeah, both of the two posts, the resistance and the defense, they both stack. So for example, if there's a regular attack that is attacking you, it will be first of all resisted to 50%, and then the defense post will come in action, and you have 120% or 125% defense on you. So you will end up at the end with almost 75 to 80% defense from all the regular attacks and ninjutsus that are annihilation type. Other ninjutsus or any kind of attack that is not normal or annihilation is gonna be only affected by the defense, the 120% defense. The resistance only works for regular attacks that are normal type or nature, and the annihilation type attacks or ultimates. So yeah. Alright, so let's skip all the talking and go and showcase everything in action. First of all, we're gonna showcase everything against Itachi. So Itachi has regular attacks which are normal type, and normal is resisted from that ultimate of Gaara. And we're gonna be using also the fire style fireball jutsu, which is release nature. Release nature is not resisted in the ultimate. And then we're gonna be using Tsukuyomi, which is an inhalation type jutsu, which is level 7. We're gonna be showcasing first thing the resistance on the ultimate. Okay, so we have to put the summoning jutsu, summoning, yeah. Save. Sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and showcase the difference between with the ultimate or without the ultimate. So it's 2461, the fireball, and the critical is 111,000. So the fireball did 2005, around 2500 damage in critical, and the ultimate did 111 or 110,000 damage in critical. Now we're gonna be using the ultimate, and we're gonna showcase how much the resistance works. It should do 50%. It should have like 50% resistance to the ultimate, and to the regular attacks it should be in the first 15 seconds around 75% to 80% because of the resistance, because of the defense that is applied to regular attacks and ninjutsu, of course. And for the first 15 seconds, the jutsu, the fireball jutsu should actually do only around 1000 critical, because we have 120% defense post. And then after the 15 seconds, the fireball should do the full damage because it's not resisted. However, the regular attacks should still be resisted with 50%, and the ultimate, of course, is going to be resisted with 50%. So let's go ahead and try it here. So this is the first. As you can see, it did only 1800. That's with the defense up and the resistance. The resistance doesn't do anything, but the defense got it. See, as you can see, without the defense, which was for the first 15 seconds, it did the full damage, which is around 2500. But with the defense, it's only 1100. Okay, we lost the ultimate now. I'm gonna use it again. Alright, so let him attack me with a fireball now. Show it again. Alright, so as you can see, it's with critical 1100. This is the effect of the 120% defense. Now we are gonna be making him use his ultimate against me. Hopefully he does critical, so you can see the 50% resistance. As you can see, with critical he does only 55% critical instead of 110. So this is exactly 50% resistance of the damage. Now one thing we forgot to say here is, or to test here, is the regular attacks. So we're gonna test the regular attacks right now. So regular attacks are, criticals are around from 900 to 1000. Okay, from 900 to 1000. These are the critical hits. Now with the resistance and the defense, both of them should stack for the normal hits. And when the defense goes up in 15 seconds, the resistance should still work. So you will see the difference in damage right now. So as you can see, he's not doing any criticals. Okay, criticals are 300. But okay, now it's 500. So they were 300 with the resistance and the defense, and now they are 500 without the defense. So there you go, the resistance and the defense stack together. Now one last thing we need to talk about is his old 4-star jutsu, the one where he summons Shukaku's shield. This one, you might as well already know that it gives him around 55% defense, and it does not stack with this. So if you use the ultimate and the Shukaku shield, the ultimate is gonna work because it has more a defense post. So as you can see, it's still the same, even though we used both of them. So we now have only the 60 or the 55% of... Okay, it was too late to summon it again. Alright, so there you go. 935 without criticals. We need a critical. We need a critical. There we go. Only 1,352 and instead of 2,500. So it gives you only like 55% to 60% defense, but it does not stack with the ultimate, so you cannot get crazy defense of 180%. So it's only the ultimate if you use the Shukaku's shield, and the ultimate, only the ultimate is gonna work. But if you run out of the defense from the ultimate, you can still use Shukaku's shield to get that 60% defense post. It's not as great as the 120% from the original ultimate, but of course the ultimate only gives you that post for only 15 seconds, so you might have to find something to work with for the next 35 seconds until the ultimate is back to use. Alright, now we're gonna test the cooldown real quick. You might have already noticed that in the last test, but let's do this again. So we're gonna use it right now. It takes like 3 seconds for the animation, and then he gets the post. And I mean, you can count the cooldown or the seconds of the resistance or the defense from your side. You just have to stop the video whenever you want. So the resistance on you for 40 seconds. And the ultimate can be used every 50 seconds. So the resistance should go now. Right now we have 7 seconds until we get the ultimate, because there was 3 seconds at the beginning of the animation. There we go, we use the ultimate again. We'll get the resistance again. If your ultimate is at level 8, you will not have to wait these 7 seconds. Your resistance goes, you can use the ultimate again. So this is how it works. 50 seconds of level 1 ultimate with max abilities, 40 seconds for the resistance, 15 seconds for the massive boost of the defense, and 3 seconds for the animation, and 7 seconds from leveling up the ultimate from level 1 to level 8. Alright, so the last thing that I want to talk about here is his ability to use his ultimate as soon as he can without having to go under 40% to use it, and where you can actually use that. So okay, normally he uses his ultimate before he does any of his other attacks. I don't know what it depends on actually, but yeah, I believe he can use his ultimate as soon as you enter the game or enter the room where he is. So what I think is the best place for him to put is on the last defense part of your fortress, right here. And that's when his post comes in handy, because he's gonna be posting 3 other characters beside him, of course. And again, most of the characters in the attack mission that actually are useful to kill enemies fast are characters that use Annihilation Jutsu or ultimates, like Itachi or Sarutobi, third Hokage of course, or second Itachi, or even this Sasuke with his Karen. And yeah, if you have that resistance and you give it to all the allies on that floor at the beginning of the game, as soon as they enter the the room, I'm pretty sure that it's possible to actually save them from that ultimate, especially if that ultimate is only at level 1 or level 3 maximum. More than that, it might be quite impossible to save your attackers, unless of course they have some kind of iframe, like Hinata for example with her chakra wall, or the ghost dance of Temari, or maybe Minato's teleports. So maybe they save themselves from the first hit of the ultimate using their iframe attacks, and after that your post is actually going to be coming in handy, because most of the time the Itachis or whatever, maybe third Hokage users use their shurikens or other attacks to kill the rest of the characters with these attacks. So if you have the resistance or the defense post on these characters, these attacks will not do as much damage as they should be. So yeah, it could be very useful here. And yeah, one last thing is, if you are wondering if this ability where he uses his ultimate without any conditions, like as soon as he can, in the attack mission as a sub character, when you attack and you put him in your team, it doesn't. Okay, so people ask me about that, and no, it doesn't. It only works so far in the defense mode. Maybe they changed this later, but so far it's only in the defense mode. So again, this is probably the only place for him to be used in this game. Maybe he's gonna be useful for the next SAM, like his defense and resistance is gonna be useful for the next SAM somehow. Like the boss will be doing a lot of damage, and maybe we need that resistance or defense post, but so far I don't see that. I don't see that useful in the game in any kind of way. So yeah, you might as well just save your Shinobites and wait for the next character, or even the character after that, because most likely the next character is going to be Sasuke with his cursed mark, and he's going to be a red type, so you might not want to invest in that and wait for the character after that, or maybe wait until the anniversary. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was useful. I have done a lot of work and research here, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, peace, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.